Hey everyone, Once Bitten here with a battle report. So, brought up my Empire army again versus a High Elf army. This game was actually going to be part of the campaign, but because we couldn't meet last week, I decided not to bring Bretonia, but to bring my Empire instead. Um, Not least of which wise, it's probably my most favorite painted army now. I like it better than my Bretonian and my Beastmen. So anyway, and I still need to learn how to win with it. So this is a high elf list that's designed for the tournament that I'm organizing pretty soon. So this guy's he's playtesting an army for that tournament. We're using Swedish comp, and we don't have a system yet for high elf, so we don't know how this is going to score comp wise. So we thought we'd give it a go. In the right, he's got 3 bolt throwers, 44 units of 10 archers, a unit of the maiden guard, and then a noble with the reaver bow. That is quite a bit of shooting in case you're not sure. Now, with the exception of the bolt throwers, it's pretty low strength, but it's a lot of shots, pretty high accuracy. And the noble with the reaver bow can use his strength for the strength of the shots, so the potion of strength is a one-time pretty nice item. A unit of Phoenix Guard with 2 mages in there. A Frostheart Phoenix, 6 silver helms, a Skycutter chariot, and then way over here is another Skycutter chariot. So all these things he's proxying. He actually owns the models. They're in the process of being built and painted. So and in case you've lost count, that's 5 bolt throwers, 40 regular archers, 10 uber archers, and then a noble uber archer. So quite a bit of shooting. On the far left, I've got 9 inner circle knights of the warrior priest, steam tank, 3 demigryph knights. There is no banner, despite what that shows, and they have lances instead of halberds. Cannon, master engineer, hellblaster volley guns, celestial hurricanum, big unit of great swords with my general and my battle standard bearer in there, and two archer detachments, and with the rear one there's my wizard lord. He's bringing light. It kills me that my list didn't have heavens, because Comet would just be beautiful throwing comets on that hill. I like heavens. I don't know. Whatever game I'm in, I like the lore that I didn't bring. Anyway, there's another unit of halberdiers, or a unit of halberdiers on the right. So here's my plan. This is why I set up the way I did. I felt the deployment went as well as I could have hoped. I have the halberdiers behind the house. They're really not going to get shot at. I'm going to turn 2, I'll put them in the house. Turn 3, I'll bring them on the other side of the house. And at that point, I don't see what any of those small units can do against a big unit of halberdiers. Even if he shoots at them for a turn, I think I'm going to have just tons of guys there. Ultimately, I want to get my great swords helping out up on that hill, but I'm not in a rush. I don't think I even need them up there, but I'll bring them up. I think they'll be getting shot at, but that's okay. They'll be in the woods. They have a 4-up armor. I think we'll be okay there. Demigryphs aren't in a hurry, but they'll eventually get over there and help out. I want my steam tank to get to those Phoenix Guard and hold them up, and as soon as they're held up, then I can feel free to take my great swords and my demigryphs towards the hill. I want my inner circle knights to take care of his silver helms, and then just the various shooting that I have, I need that to take care of his Frostheart and his 2 Skycutters. And turn 1, the steam tank can move towards Phoenix Guard and shoot at the Frostheart, so that's very nice. Hopefully he can take care of that. That leaves the great cannon to take care of the Skycutters, and I'll have at least a couple turns, so hopefully they'll be okay. And if they get close, I have that Hellblaster that can help out as well. So I win the turn. I win the roll to go first. Again, I move up my halberdiers as far as I can towards the house. I move my great swords up because it's not hurting me. Being closer, I'm just going to really kind of stay in the woods until I don't have to worry about the Phoenix Guard anymore. Everybody moves up, as you can tell. They move up like that. Steam tank shoots at the Frostheart. I hit it. I wound it. I think it's down to 1 wound remaining. I would have rather killed it completely, but it wasn't to be. I don't remember what happened with the great cannon. I think I hit the far left Skycutter and put 1 wound on it. Anyway, that's my finger on the left side of this picture. Kind of funny. I have yet to do that. Got a High Elf turn 1. He charges his Frostheart, one of his Skycutters, and his silver helms into my inner circle knights. He missed the Frostheart, but he needed like boxcars to get it. The other 2, it wasn't too long of a charge for him. I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't love it. I would rather only one of those units have gotten in. But as long as I can even just hold them up for a while, I'll be okay with that. Yeah, there's that. Now, the nice thing about Silver Helms is, that always strikes first. They get to re-roll every time. And so when they charge, it's kind of like my guys going in with my Warrior Priest, getting to re-roll that first turn when you're high strength. So during my magic phase, I got the spell off, the Lore of Light spell, where this unit has to take a strength test before it can do anything. This was the funniest thing. His Archmage kept on trying to cast spells, and every time he failed the strength test, so he couldn't cast that spell, and then the unit would take d6 strength 4 hits. I rolled fairly low on it, but then he just wasn't safe at any of his ward saves, and it happened for like 3 spells in a row. I mean, it probably didn't kill a ton. I think it killed like 6 Phoenix Guard, but it was so funny. Like he kept on like not being able to cast a spell and hurting his unit in the process. He finally got one spell off. I don't Lore of Shadow spell. I think it reduced the toughness on my greatsword, so when he shoots at me, he's going to be wounding me that much easier. By the way, the Celestial Hurricane looks really nice in that picture. I think it looks better in that picture than it looks in real life. Anyway, so he shoots at me, kills a bunch. Again, I mean, I don't like losing models, but I'm just really not that concerned about it. I don't need a ton of guys here. I'm going to have 2 big ranked up units, even 2 medium-sized ranked up units going against all these MSU archers. I think I'll be just fine. In combat over here, I don't know what the odds are of what should have happened, but I felt that I had bad luck in making armor saves. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. It ends as you can see it, and I am steadfast. So what I decided to do here on my turn is take the steam tank into the flank of that unit of the Silver Helms to help out, because I think I still have time on my next turn to turn around and get to that Phoenix Guard. It's kind of a dicey decision, but my fear is if I don't, he's gonna just mop up this knight unit and kind of be behind my lines and doing things I don't want him to do. So we go to Empire turn 2, and I decided to go ahead and do that. So steam tank goes into the flank of the Silver Helms. You notice I'm missing a Demigryph Knight. I forgot to take a picture of that, but he has 5 bolt throwers on the field. 4 of them were shooting, so I'm really lucky that I only lost 1 Demigryph. I moved the great swords up away from the Phoenix Guard towards his archers on the hill. Basically, his Phoenix Guard could get to me, but he's going to need a 10. Well, we figured he needed a 10, so that must be 15 inches between them there. So it's a chance I'm willing to take. Halberdiers are in the house. Steam tank comes in the flank. That's going to go well for the Empire, I think. After combat, yeah, the steam tank killed all but 1 of the Silver Helms. Whatever else happened, I lost 1 knight, beat him in combat, and couldn't run down the Sky Cutter. So he has another Sky Cutter just if you look to the left of it. So on his turn, he's going to get to charge me with that Sky Cutter. So kind of a bummer. Would have liked to have gotten 1 off the board. High Elf turn 2. On the left, Sky Cutter comes into my knights. Frost Phoenix comes into the flank of my Demigryph Knights. And the Phoenix Guard roll a 10 and make it to the flank of my great swords. And at this point, I'm thinking, that's the game. I think if there's ever anything like that where that's the game, I think you need to make it to where your opponent needs something more than a 10. So in hindsight, I should have made sure I was 11 inches away from him, or 16 inches away from him. Yeah, that was unfortunate for the Empire. So there's the Sky Cutter charging there, and his other one rallies. Now the only good news I have here is that he only has 1 wound left, but I'm always strikes last. I'm -1 strength because of his innate abilities, and because of what he rolled on the Winds of Magic last time. He rolled a 5, and I think that gives him +1 strength. So that's not good. This is going to be awful. His guys, he's a 4-up ward save, and then he almost inevitably is going to get a 3-up ward save. Yeah, well, the good news I have is my guys are stubborn, so I'm hoping it can just take him forever to whittle down this unit. If I can pop my Halberdiers on the other side of the building next turn and mop up that whole hill in a series of turns, and I'm thinking about getting my Hurricanum around these guys, that'll help. So he shoots him a Hurricanum. Again, he's got 5 bolt throwers on the table, 3 of which are shooting. So he killed the Hurricanum. My Hellblaster failed its panic test, so it turned around. My Engineer, then they shot at the Hellblaster, killed it, which I'm thinking, he needs 6s to wounds. It's a little bit harder to hit because we're long distance in the woods. It doesn't matter. He has 50 shots. So he killed the Hellblaster. My engineer failed his panic and ran, and he's going to run off the board next turn. Things are going all to pot for the Empire turn 2. At the end of combat here, he pretty much cuts the greatswords in half, which was more killy than I remembered Phoenix Guard being, but he certainly had the advantage there being on my flank. Over here, he only does 1 wound to me. Thank goodness I stick. I think I'll win the war of attrition because I'll need to do 1 wound to him. Over here, he wins combat with the Sky Cutter, chases, and runs down my knights. Just fantastic. Empire turn 3, take the Halberdiers out of the house. At least that part of the plan is working. Steam Tank, he's kind of nice here. He's just kind of bouncing around, charging stuff. So he turns around and charges the rear of the Frostheart, so that's nice. I think I'll kill that thing through impact hits, because he's only 1 wound left. The Great Cannon decides to get involved in the game, so it shoots and kills the Sky Cutter that just killed all my knights, so that's kind of nice. His other Sky Cutter has rallied. No, I'm sorry, the other Sky Cutter failed his panic and ran away. So even if he rallies, it's going to take a while to get to the action, and I have time to shoot him with my Great Cannon. Yeah, this is after impact hits, so that's kind of nice. My Demigryphs reform. And yeah, he still kills a bunch of my guys. I go ahead and reform now. Before I wasn't reforming because I didn't want him killing my characters, but he's ignoring my characters, and we both realize, it's the stubborn greatswords that are keeping me alive. So once he kills all the greatswords, I'm in trouble. So I position my characters so they can both touch his Archmage, because I'm not going to kill the unit anyway, so I'm just going to attack all the attacks I can at his level 4 and at least try to get points that way, and then attack all my rank and file that I can on his level 2, and, at least I get some points out of the deal. So this is after shooting. He shot. I actually think he rolled really unlucky shooting at these guys. Just rolled really poorly, but overall he's still doing pretty well here. But I feel like I've got tons of guys. I can start charging. I mean, I can charge if I break him on his turn. I can overrun, and then, if I overrun into something, I can beat it on his turn, reform, charge something else. I mean, these guys can just wreak havoc on this hill. Over here, he's killing my guys, but it seems to be slowing down a little bit. So that's going about as well as I could hope. We go to my turn. I decided to go for the Gusto. I'm going to charge the Steam Tank into the rear of his Phoenix Guard. I want to do, D6 plus 3d3 impact hits, and then I want a Strength 3 breath weapon just to kill as many of those guys as I can. I go for 5. I have no wounds on me. I roll a misfire. I roll D3, I roll a 3, and I blow up. Yes, it is one of those games. I think this is before combat. This is my Demigryphs tried to charge his archers. They failed. That wasn't a surprise. I needed a long roll. After combat, yeah, he went to town. I've got a 5-up ward. That's what that symbol means. I saved 1 greatsword, which was just absolutely awesome, because if it wasn't for that, I would have been breaking, certainly. With that, next turn, the only easy kill he has is the greatsword, and after that, it's really hard to wound my characters because I have decent armor saves on them, and I have this 5-up ward up. So it's actually, these guys have a chance of sticking around for a while. Now you notice his level 4 is gone. My characters allocated all their hits on him. He had a 3-up armor, a 3-up ward save, and just missed him. I think I got like 6 wounds on the guy, and yeah, he missed enough, died. So at least there's that. This was heartbreaking. I charge in, I kill 2. He kills 4. I don't know what he kills a lot anyway. And even with combat res charging, we both have a banner. I've got 3 ranks. Even with that, he's stuck. That is not what I needed to happen. High Elf turn 4. He tries to charge the 5-man unit of archers at my greatsword so that his 10-man unit of archers could charge the flank of my halberdiers. It's a great plan. I think he needed an 8. Whatever it was he needed, he failed it. So that was fantastic. It keeps my halberdiers. Now I'm thinking, I did the math after the game because it seemed like his archers were doing so many more wounds to me than I did to him. It should have been even when I charged in, because he can hit so much easier, but I wound easier, and I have an armor save. Yeah, so I'm really glad I don't have him by my flank. Yeah, thank you for the failed charge. Let's see. His Sky Cutter moves up. His one group of archers moves up to block my demigryphs. He shoots at the demigryphs with bolt throwers, kills one. He shoots at him with archers, kills one. After combat, this time my guys opened up a can, beat the archers, they fled. I reformed because now I can charge the flank of his sister. I said Maiden Guard before. Sisters of Avalorn unit with his battle standard bearer. That's fantastic. A charge in the flank. Then if he panics, he doesn't have rerolls around, I can start doing what this thing was supposed to do in the corner. Over here, this plan's working out pretty well. He killed my greatsword, but he just can't get wounds past my character's armor saves. And I'm leadership 9 rerollable, and he's got a really an extra rank on me is all he has, plus any wounds. So I've got a decent chance of sticking there. So things are looking salvageable. We go to my turn. Halberdiers charge to the flank of the Sisters of Avalorn. I like Maiden Guard better. I'm going to use that term, I think. The cannon tries to shoot at the Sky Cutter and blows itself up. And actually, we're having a lot of fun this game. We're a couple beers into it. We're being kind of loud, obnoxious, just having fun. And I'm really glad because, yeah, it wasn't fun. So I charge into the flank of his unit, and I do nothing. I want you to look at that unit. I might have killed one. I don't think I killed any. I had a charge, a flank, 3 ranks. It doesn't matter. He sticks. He reforms. You have got to be kidding me. The plan did not work with Halberdiers on the hill. In combat, he does a wound to my battle standard bearer, which is really scaring me because that reroll is critical. High Elf turn 5. It looks like that. Yeah, he kills my BSB. Luckily, my general stuck. And over here, I think I killed 1, 2. Come on, guys. And he's tearing me up, but I don't know. I imagine, I don't know who won. Maybe it was a push. Who knows? Empire turn 6. Really, I'm just trying to keep my Wizard Lord alive. He's got 2 wounds on him from miscasts. I just don't want the Sky Cutter to. I don't want the Sky Cutter to catch him. I want to be able to throw some direct damage spells at him. I think I got 2 of them this game. So trying to get some points there. Got the 5-up ward on my general, which was nice. And if you look at the very top, the Halberdiers finally kill something. Of course, they're dying in droves. Kill a bunch of the Sisters of Avalorn, and he sticks. And over here, my general's he's stuck. High Elf turn 6. I think he fails the charge with his bolt thrower at the bottom, Sky Cutter. If you look at the Phoenix Guard, they killed my general. They didn't kill him. They just beat him through combat res. I broke. He rolled it. I broke, and he ran him down. Probably didn't matter because I would have probably bounced through the building anyway. The only good news is the Halberdiers finally were able to break the Sisters of Avalorn, and they ran off the table. The BSB died, so I got some points there. And the game wrapped up like that. It's actually a really fun game. I hate blaming games to bad luck because I think if you're relying on luck that much, you're probably not doing something right. And I certainly didn't do a lot of things right. Certainly a High Elf victory. I was really surprised, really surprised about the Halberdiers when they started charging little 10-man units of archers. They couldn't do anything. There was every time, I got a charge in the front, he's stuck. I got a charge in the flank, he's stuck. I was really surprised, and so I need to figure out if that was just bad luck or if I have grossly overestimated what Halberdiers can do. Anyways, other than that, I feel like I had a good list to go against a massive shooting army because of my large units. I hate to think what this list would have done to my Bretonnians. So, anyway, but that's the game. Hope you enjoyed it.